What is up, everyone? This is Horkeen090 and this is going to be a video taking a look at the top 10 rooms for the room events, and this theme is dystopia. When you think of dystopia, think of the opposite of utopia. Utopia where everything is perfect, everything is lovely, you cannot imagine a more perfect society, but dystopia is the complete opposite with that, where everything is just in shambles, everything is demolished, everything is in ruins, all your dreams, then things like that is just utterly gone as soon as you take a look at the rooms here. So we're gonna go ahead and see the top 10 rooms that we have. B-Tech Rich Dude with 1,048 votes. There were a lot of people active in this here event, so there's gonna be a lot of competition. But let's go ahead and take a look at your room. What makes it that you are at the top 10, beating place 11th with only 2 votes? But look at that, we have a one versus the other. So this is a good example here that we have a peaceful meadow with all the mountains of forest, and then there's a park there, and then it looks like it's just all peaceful and lovey-dovey over here. But no, on the other side of it, we have a zombie invasion. People are running for their lives, the soldiers are deployed as to combat versus the zombies. Some houses are burnt down, we have burning cars everywhere. So we have the good side over here where it's all peaceful, but then we have the bad side where it's all chaotic here. Coming in 9th place with 1,098 votes, we have Mayakovsky is alive. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly, Mayakovsky. I think that's how it's pronounced. If not, then I do apologize for that, because I am just terrible with pronouncing names. But in the 9th place, let's go ahead and take a look at your room. Maybe it's going to be half and half again, or it's going to be something different. And yes, it is half and half. It is a good way to illustrate that, because if you did not actually know what dystopia was, then people may not even take a look at it, or maybe people will not even vote for it. So usually half and half would actually be decent with this one. That's we have the first half, just pretty much a grand old city, just a grand busy city. We have everyone there. There's Wally right there. We have some police cars. It's just we have construction here too, and then we have ourselves a billboard with Bob in the background. Just it looks awesome on this side, but then the other side looks like more zombies everywhere. So we have zombies and alien invasions. Alright, where's Saucy? I do not see Saucy here. Well, it probably could be a little bit difficult because Saucy may go on to the other room, so I can understand why you wouldn't want to do that. But a lot of effort was being placed here with all the different little mini tubers here. They're kind of tubers, right? But in any case, a lot of mini civilians or citizens. I'm trying not to mix up 2 words here, but I'm failing miserably. But then on the other side, it's just all chaotic here. Coming in 8th place with 1,184 votes, we have Lemon Racer once again being in the top 10. Now let's go ahead and take a look at your room. Let us see what you have to show now. Now we see that this is not a half and half room, but it looks like we are in a desert here. That we have a survivor wanting to get across here, but no, it's guarded by the guards, and then we have robo-doggos here. But it looks like it's gonna be a good place to go, as far as I know, is that you either wanna live in the desert or you wanna live in a safe haven right here. But it looks like you have to go through security. You wanna be sure that they're not carrying any diseases, they're not carrying any viruses or things like that. Or maybe that there is a threat out there that they want to be sure that it doesn't get through the doors here. But it just looks like a good way to represent dystopia, that you are out on your own, you want to survive, but you just have to do whatever you have to do here. Coming in at 7th place with 1,202 votes, we have Bot Ryzen's room. So let's go ahead and take a look at your room. And it looks like we have another half and half room. So for the first half, there's a dystopia that you are in a desert. We have the rocks from the World's Wonders pack. Then you have the scorpion, you have the vulture from the animals pack. Just we have all of that. And look at that, we have a black rose right there. Now that is pretty neat too. What a great use of that. But you're still surviving in the desert. Apparently there's already a dead body there. This is not the place you want to be. You want to go to the other side. Oh hey, yeah, Zell too. Nice use of the pixeling. But now let's go ahead and take a look at the Utopia here. It's all peaceful here. We have the chimpanzee from the Craniac item, you have the owls, you have the deers from the Animal and Nature pack. Then you have the birds right here. The blue birds are from the Pirates vs. Ninjas pack. Then you also have the swans from the Animal pack. And let's see here. I believe that's all there is to show. And then there's Phoebe. Look at that little cute little bug there. But this is where you want to be. Not in the desert, but in paradise. Coming in 6th place with 1,209 votes, we have Angel Maddie JW. So let's go ahead and take a look at your room. So now we have a half and half room. That it is a small room, but it still does the job. Sometimes you don't need to have a giant room. A small room would actually work. It's more simplistic compared to the other ones, but it's still fine as it is. That's we have ourselves half the room that is the Utopia. We have Choppy, we have Taxi, we have Ubu here. Just we have ourselves, oh look, there's Deli right there in the background too, just behind the police station. So that is pretty much the Utopia here. And then in the Dystopia, we have ourselves burning buildings, there's our skulls, there are some spiders around, you have some Gwens from the Halloween event, that's the pixeling from there, and it jumps around, so it's just looking for any other prey to get onto. But this is the Dystopia, there is just barren wasteland here, and nothing more is surviving in this little area. Coming in 5th place with 1,300 votes exactly, we have the Alien Tacos room. So let's go ahead and take a look at your room. And as we can see here, it's a complete dystopia. It's not a half and half room, but it looks like that this entire city has been invaded by aliens here. That we have Kaboom, we have some zombies, we have some aliens right here. Looks like they're causing havoc and just altogether destruction all around. Let's see if there's anything else that we could find here, but we still have an alien, a giant alien no less. And then we have Ubu right there in the background too. There you are. But let's see, anything else? I have not seen Prisma Ubu in any of these events yet, so let's go ahead and maybe we'll see that in a future one too. But in any case, what we have here is just altogether destructiveness. Just everything's in flames. There's some magma everywhere. Just altogether, just chaos. Coming in 4th place with 1,371 votes, we have Dodgy Dave's room. So let's go ahead and take a look. And it's not a half room. We see that we have a perfect sanctuary right there, that everyone is trying to rebuild their own city, everyone is trying to survive in this little area. We have cows and the barn, and we have other crops, mainly from, I'm trying to remember the exact name of the thing or the pack from it, but it came along with the actual mini city event. It was pack number 2. I just cannot pronounce it on top of my head unless if I were to read it again. But that's where it came from. And then we have ourselves the walls from the Pirates vs. Ninja event. And then we have ourselves soldiers pretty much standing by on guard because looks like we have a zombie apocalypse right here. So many zombies, and then of course it's fenced off. That's a great use of fences. And then we have ourselves some trucks trying to get into the city so that it'll actually be safe. And if I'm not mistaken, these fences were from the Halloween event too. So there are a lot of event items that you can get that you can incorporate for other events that if you can make it work, then of course it will work. Just look at all of the effort put into this one here. And I also gotta say, nice use of hiding your own character. There you are, but that's still nice with the billboard monitor and then the silos to actually cover your face. That's actually really good. It's one thing to actually incorporate your own character into the event, but it's another thing to hide your character and still make it work too. And now we are in the top 3 here with 1,407 votes. We have Lady Michelle's room. I think it's pronounced Michelle. Hopefully it is, otherwise that would be awkward. But in any case, let's go ahead and take a look at your room. And we have a half and half room here. So for the first half, we have beautiful waterfalls, we have ourselves a swan, and then we have the baby swan, then we have ourselves mushrooms from Craniac, then you have all the little trees from the mini city event, the vines from Craniac, very good use of that. And let's see, anything else from here? It doesn't look like it. But on the other half though, we have Prisma Judy's, and then we also have some Saucy, Kaboom, Choppy, Stein. Then we have regular Judy, then we have Gusto or Gusto, however you want to pronounce him, and then you have yourself Doc, all the good old pixelings here. Then you have Prisma Oog, just looking at the fire. You know, that's kind of cool though. That's kind of cool. But in any case, then we have ourselves some aliens, and of course we have some zombies, and then soldiers trying to combat versus the zombies here. So it's just an overall invasion on one side, but over to the other side, it's just peaceful nature now. Coming in at second place with 1,957 votes, we have Noma Stay's room. So let's go ahead and take a look at your room. And it looks like you've taken notes from third place. So who was first? I have no idea, but this is the reason why you should not show your room up until the last second, and then you actually place your room event, and then we'll see who was the original one. But what else can I say is that we have ourselves the Swan here, just the two waterfalls, and then the other side we have ourselves Ozzy, Doc, and Stein on top of the buildings. Then we have ourselves Saucy here, and then you have Choppy too. So again, as a tip, do not show your rooms, or do not submit your rooms, or at least hide your rooms up until the very last second and then submit your rooms, so that you could not be accused of being a copier. I don't know who copied who, but just to make sure, try to keep your room a secret as much as possible up until the last second here. But just to be clear, I am not accusing of anyone of anything, just mainly that we want to try to make as many original rooms as possible, but if all the rooms are the same, then that wouldn't be an exciting video to showcase for the top 10. But last but not least, because this is certainly first, we have Unfollow Please, with 2,031 votes. Feel free to follow me, but just because I say unfollow doesn't mean you have to unfollow. But in any case, I digress. Let's go ahead and take a look at your room now. And for the final room, we have a half and half room. So for the first half, well, let's go ahead and take a look at the Dystopia right here. Looks like that there are burning buildings, there are soldiers patrolling the area just in case if there are any invaders or any threats to the city. So there is one side of it, more of a barren wasteland, which makes sense because there's nothing really going to be built here if it's just barren wasteland. But then, to the other side of Utopia, we have ourselves a flourishing, is that how you pronounce it? Flourishing? Well, mini city, well, grand city, futuristic city, everything you could say about a future city, it's all here. And then what we have here is that we have some items from Craniac, of course that's the sci-fi one. Then we have all the buildings too, just it's all together packed, jam-packed, busy, looks like it's successful. We have ourselves a floating tablet right there. If you want to know what that floating tablet is, it is from the fantasy event, and that's your monitor. So I found the tuber right there. But in any case, this is a futuristic city that is just jam-packed and always busy, and I don't think anything's gonna happen to it, rather than the Dystopia side where it's just nothing at all. But that is going to be it for the top 10 rooms for Dystopia. Let us know in the comment section below which room was your favorite and why. Leave down the actual person's username in the comments and then compliment the room. What did you like about it? What did you not like about it? Just leave your opinions and thoughts in the comment section below. But altogether, that Dystopia is a pretty cool event. It just shows all the destructive nature that it is what we have in Tuber Simulator. A lot of rooms were half and half, but mainly that's because it's going to display what is Dystopia versus Utopia, because a lot of people do not really understand Dystopia in that sense, so it was better to give a visual cue. I don't even know how to speak correctly half the time, but more of a visual cue of what it looks like between one and the other. But grand props to the ones who have already had a Dystopia room without a half and half, and a lot of people already understood it. But overall, this is going to be the end of this video, so if you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to leave a like. If you're brand new to the channel and want to see more content in the future, then be sure to subscribe. And the next event we're going to have is Earth 3018 or 3018. I think that was the reuse of the old event from last year, but they forgot to change the actual title of the event. So if anything else, it's 3019 for this year. But in any case, this is going to be the end of this video, so feel free to leave down your Pewdiepie Tuber Simulator username and as well as the network that you are in the comment section below. Have more friends, have more gifts, have more followers, have more people joining your network, and have more fun playing the game as they're going to continue on playing or actually updating the game every single month. I really hope they do play their game, but yes, they're going to update their game every month. So congratulations to the people who are in the top 10, and if you want to see the top 100, then be sure to check out Tuber Central's channel and video for the top 100 Dystopia rooms. But until then, I've been SwordKing090. Have a great day, everyone, and I will see you guys again in the next video or live stream.
I won't forget your last betray. I'll never forget this day.